Okay, so the last time I did a home gym tour, it was back in 2013, and to be honest, as you can see already, if you remember that video, I've got quite a few more toys now, so I'm going to quickly go through it, try not to keep this video too long, and just go over some of the new additions that I've got in the gym. Over here we have got the glute ham raise from StrengthShop, along with a load of cardboard boxes that I need to get rid of because I'm so scruffy. This, I think it's about 280 quid, I can't remember, but it's brilliant. It's one of the best things that I've used for getting over my snapped up back. It really does help. It can be used for different kinds of things. If you hold the foot plate, you can do sort of like a reverse hyper, which is pretty good. Over here we've got the old flat incline decline bench, which I don't really use anymore, to be fair. I've done a little bit of incline bench with it. It's now pretty much just used for a clothes horse and for holding my my wrist wraps and my belt. So yeah, to be honest, I've lost the pin for the hamstring leg developer thing, so that's a bit of a pain in the ass. I've got a little wooden ledge here. If you see that beautiful craftsmanship there, it's where I put my laptop when I'm riding on my bike, and just when I'm training I usually stick it on there just to play some music. It's really handy if you're doing like a long cardio session. You can stick your laptop on there and it's all good. Down here, whoa, I fell over then. We've got the just the blocks that I made. Use these for block deadlifts and also for doing what's it called? Can't remember what you call it now. When you do squats to a block. What the hell do they call it? Jesus Christ. I cannot remember what it's called. I cannot believe that. But anyway, those are what I made. There's 3 of them and then like a little half one, which is what I use for deficit deadlifts. Got the SPD knee sleeves as well. Everybody loves them. Recently I just put up these chains and bands. This is the StrengthShop Chain Set. It's 2 20 kilo chains. Then I think those are 5 kilo chains, I think, or 10, I can't remember. I think they're 5 kilos. I haven't actually used them, to be honest. The band set there, I've not really used the green ones yet, but the red ones are great, and so the blue ones. As before, this is usually just where I keep all my bits and bobs, loose ends and everything. I've got this little beastie ball here from the Rumble Roller, which is absolute cack. I'll probably do a review on it soon. I just use a lacrosse ball most times. Got the Romaleos hiding up there. Let's have a see, what else have we done over here. Okay, yep, there's the platform that I made, which is just actually bits of wood. I don't think I've really shown anybody the underside of it really. I only had like a load of loose ends kicking about, you know, that I've used before, so I just made a spread out, you know, so I covered as much. I'll just pick it up. So like you can see, it's just like a staggered positioning really, nothing designed or anything, just really to use up the spare blocks of wood. And you've got that little bad boy down there doing the job. To the rack, I've added these longer studs, which is what I use for bands when I'm doing band deadlifts, so they work really well. Just some longer studs really bolted on, and you know, through to the other side, it's done the job. Obviously got a Union Jack flag there. Every gym needs one, especially if you're from Burton. Got the Texas Power Bar, which is like one of the best things in the world when it comes to training at home. The quality over the old bar that I'm using, which I've, like you can see, I've now turned it into a safety squat bar. If you remember that video, I did the Super Street Fighter squat bar edition or whatever it was. Tested it up to 180 kilos and it was fine. Box squat, that's what they call it, just remembered. So yeah, the Texas Power Bar is brilliant, love it, needs a clean. I've got 4 20 kilo bumper plates. These are by a brand called Bison. I got them from StrengthShop. They're quite thick, which is a pain in the ass, but they're very quiet and they don't shake the floor up, so can't really complain. As you can see, the floor's looking absolutely battered, and I was going to put some boards around the sides, you know, like kick plates to protect against that, what's happened there, but I just haven't got around to it yet. I've got a bowl of chalk which I've started using, and I probably will not be using it once it runs out, simply because it's just so messy, and I'll probably go back to liquid chalk, even though it's a little bit more expensive. It's just so much better than having a fucking mess. What else we got? Okay, so yeah, we got the trap bar, which is I think it's just a Marcy Trap Bar. I can't remember. I think it was about 120 quid. I honestly can't remember. I've used it several times for rehabbing my back, just because you start at a high position and it's a lot less taxing on your back. You can pull a lot more weight, obviously, because you're doing a much shorter run, but it's just an all-round good piece of kit for rehab work. And speaking of rehab work, you've got the StrengthShop Football Bar with the thick handles. I am going to do a review on this soon. It's a pain in the ass to use on your own. It's really hard to unrack it, especially when you start getting a bit of weight on there. I found the best way to use it is off, you know, as part of a floor press. Makes it a lot easier to use. It's just because if you had a spotter, it'd probably be a lot better to use. You know, it's just unracking, that's the hard part. Once you start training with it, it does feel really good on your shoulders. So I wouldn't let that put you off if that's what you fancy getting. But on your own, it's a pain in the ass. I think if there's anything else, got a little Colossus there who egged me on, and that's about it. Oh yeah, I've got a little maze bag which I use for cardio. Rumble roller, no, sorry, not a rumble roller. It's a trigger point grid. It's brilliant. It's like a PVC pipe. It's very hard, very thick, very stiff, but it doesn't absolutely pag you. It's sometimes when you are doing a trigger point release, if it is too hard, you can actually do a little bit more damage. You know, you can bruise yourself, which doesn't really help when you're trying to recover. So, you know, if you are going to use a PVC pipe, maybe just put some foam around it or something, just so it's not so hardcore. And speaking of the boxing bag, I put this attachment onto my rack. I think that was about 20 quid. I bought it off eBay. Yeah, look at that beautiful wiring. It's a temporary Govey fixed job, which I haven't got around to sorting out yet after 4 years, but never mind. It's just temporary. But yeah, I just bolted that on. It goes. I drilled 2 holes on the rack. It goes through, and it's fine. It's off. I've done pull-ups off it before just to see how much weight it can handle. So yeah, it's not going nowhere. But if you want to have a boxing bag in your home gym, that's spot on. But yeah, there you go. That concludes the tour for 2014. Oh well, wait, before I go, people always ask how much it costs. In the last, or in the first one that I did, I think it was about £1,700 that I'd come up with. Total cost, you know, including the walls and the flooring and all that shite. And I think since then I've spent an extra 1,400 quid, maybe something like that. So you're looking at about I've spent about £3,000 on this home gym now. But it's worth every penny, and I'd spend it all again. Like I say, you can do it a lot cheaper by shopping around and, you know, buying second hand. But there you go. It's worth every penny. Raw.